Hey guys, this is Mike, the Wrestling Guy Smith, and you are watching All in Wrestling. Like I said in my Raw predictions, first thing I'm going to talk about is Monday Night Raw. It was off to a good start. John Cena made a promo saying that he will enter in the 30-man Royal Rumble this year. But the greatest thing that happened, the thing I like about it was that Drew McIntyre came out, and I was cool with his promo because he said, "I'm not gonna talk, I'm gonna show you," and the fight was on. And then Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush came out, and Leo Rush was like, "We gotta stop Seth Rollins. He's going crazy. He's assaulted us with a chair since last week." And I'm like, and he said he was gonna sue them, and I'm like, really? You're gonna let them? I'm like, really, Leo, you're not gonna sue WWE. They pay you really good money. But the thing I liked was that it was an impromptu 6-man tag match. I do like I don't know what's up with Dean Ambrose. His heel persona is funny because he had this big smirk on his face, like this crazy smirk like the Joker. It was hilarious. But anyway, the match was good. John Cena won with an attitude adjustment. Um, he won with he almost won the match, but Seth got Dean with a curb stop, and the way he did it was Dean tried to do a dirty deeds. Seth countered, super kicked him, and then jumped off, literally jumped off the rope to do the curb stomp, which I like the curb stomp actually better than the pedigree and the knee. Because that's like an insta KO to me. That's kind of a cool move. But anyway, and then the next thing was it wasn't and then the coolest thing that I liked that he saw Triple H and he was talking to Sasha and Bayley, and I think they were talking about I really think they were talking about the Royal Rumble and giving them a title shot, probably one of them a title shot. But the way he went it, as soon as the match was over, he left, went backstage, and slapped the crap out of Triple H's coffee. Just said, "I want a title shot." Falls count anyway. He's like, "You want Dean Ambrose? You got him." Then make him wait till Royal Rumble. That's the Triple H I need to see. But the thing I didn't understand, right, that the revival in Road Gable, Road Gable, yeah, that's the exact name. Road Gable was they were mad because they won. And I see it with the controversy, he grabbed him and he basically wasn't the legal dude, which the referee still didn't see it. Anyway, you can't blame the referee because he's paying attention to so many people and the cameras and everything. But the way it was, the match was cool. See, Road and Gable should have been on SmackDown, and I think they probably would have did a better tag team because them dudes they're saying their synchronicity is really crazy. They're in sync. All their tag, their double team moves were cool. They did two hip throws, a double. I think it was a double. They did both double spine busters. They tried to do a modified version of the Shatter Machine from the Revival, but the way it was the thing is the Revival are good, and I think they are gonna get a rematch at the Royal Rumble. I just think that, you know what, them being a team, and I hope they don't break up. Them being a team is really good. They're actually dominant, and surprisingly, everybody was out. The Ascension were there, Lucha House Party, the B Team, Rhino and Slater, they were there. But the funny thing, it was the way that the lumberjack thing I was surprised about. It wasn't that it wasn't like they weren't gonna beat them up. I wanted them to kind of beat them up and get their revenge on them. But I think they're gonna wait till they do another match for gold. Because they same thing with Gable and Roode. When they threw them out, they only threw them back in. They didn't really beat on them or kick them around a bit. You know what I mean? That's what I miss about a lumberjack match, and that was kind of cool. I like how they were doing it, but like I said, and the one thing I'm seeing a little bit more now with Raw, especially with the Elias and Baron Corbin match, it was cool though, because the way, like, I'll give Elias credit, he's a good guy. He's actually becoming more of a face than a heel, which is good. And everybody, the crowd was into it. But that knee to Corbin's jaw, he rocked him. Even as a tall dude, as a 6 foot guy, he still rocked him though. That was kind of crazy because that knee was just ridiculous. He got good hype on the knee. And I saw the previews to tell us who was coming. I already know that EC's probably going to be on Raw, SmackDown. I like his little promo, but I like Nikki Cross because I really want her to be on SmackDown. That's a good target for Asuka. And I want her to be on SmackDown. I want the Heavy Machinery because I do like Otto Dozovic. Otto Dozovic. I really want them to be on Raw because I want to see what Road and Gable are going to do against them. Because I want to see it.
There you go. Okay.
What's up, Mom?
No, put that back. All right.
Like I said, I do want to see Heavy Machinery do what they do best. And this is the thing I got to realize with them now is they, like I said, they are a good team. So is War Raiders, Undisputed Era, and all these dudes. And like I'm realizing now, right, that a lot of things are changing. And the thing is, like the immense strength between Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, and the way like they both did like bridging suplexes and it's like it was cool. He did it like everybody was into it, which I like. And nowadays, you don't really get the tag team. And I did like the tribute to Mean Gene. And I really kind of missed out on Mean Gene because I wasn't really around early '90s. I was around like the late '90s, like '95 was my birth year, so I was around later. I didn't see Mean Gene Okerlund. I didn't see Hulk Hogan till WCW and NWO. I didn't get around to him yet. And you know what? The guy, he sounded like he had a really good, fruitful life. He had a really good, fruitful life. I actually like that he didn't care about, even if it was a job to him, but it was a family to him. And I liked it. And I'm glad he's up in heaven, messing with Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth, because she's dead too. And the joke is, nobody really ever thinks about, like, and that was the thing that kind of got me too. Wasn't like I did like the face to face thing with Brock Lesnar and Braun, but I really wanted it to be a fight and rather than it being a talking thing. Because the thing is, Brock Lesnar, he's gonna lose. He doesn't think he is, and that's the thing with Paul Heyman. He keeps hyping him up, and I really think he's already lost to him before in so many ways. And that's the thing. Braun isn't like everybody else he's faced, and that's why I think he's more afraid about it because he's not really a champion to me. Like I'm glad when Braun gets the title, he'll defend it and he'll do what he has to do. Because the joke is, nobody realizes that. Same thing with SmackDown. Nobody realizes that if you never face somebody you've never faced before and you're gonna have a problem about it, that's the thing that people need to realize with wrestling and realize with WWE. Everybody's out for self, but everybody's out for trying to get each other. And that's the thing I'm gonna talk about my SmackDown thing when I watch SmackDown. Like I said, I believe Braun is going to be champion. I believe he's going to carry that title right to Mania. And you know what? If Seth is the first one, or Finn, or the rest of them, or Elias, or anybody, he's going to fight. For real. And this is the point. This is what Raw needs to realize. This is what Triple H needs to wake up and realize. This guy can do it all. Better than Baron Corbin. Better than these dudes that come out here that have came to NXT have not making their stand. And that's the joke. You can't. The realization is that Brock isn't a part of the universe anymore. He is done. He had his little road to undisputed title when WWE was 2002, when everything was trying to go change, and this dude hasn't learned a thing. He hasn't learned anything. Yeah, Paul Heyman's been around for almost 10, 20 years now, but it's still the same tactic. Everybody, he's not afraid of him. Everybody's not afraid of the dude who can lift the dude who does an F5. Yeah, you do an F5 and that's it. It took you 500 times to be Braun. You couldn't even touch him. You couldn't. You threw him. You did your suplex. The dude walked it off like it was a freaking rock. Come on. And the thing is, I realize now, I don't get to say this, but I realize now that Raw and SmackDown are one and the same, but they're different. And the realism is that people need to realize that Raw is going to do something. They need to put a proper title. They need to be a proper champion. And not Brock Lesnar, who likes to escape on backstage politics with Paul and trying to get his money. And I understand it's just all about money, but it really isn't. But for him, no. This isn't a realization. This isn't just something I've been seeing. I just know because I'm a fan, just like everybody else in the world. I'm a fan. I'm a fan working for people, but I'm a fan doing my own job. And people don't realize that Brock is a monster, yeah, but he's getting older now. The same little edge he had 2002, 16 years ago, great. But now times have changed. See, people don't never realize that we are doing everything in the world we want to do. We want to do things and we want to change it. And that's the realism. Sorry. That's the realism. Nobody gets that Raw is trying to be that A show again, but the thing is, like, SmackDown is going to blow its mind again. Like, this is what I'm talking about. NXT is bringing these dudes and bringing them out and making these guys go. I like Lacey Evans, but I just don't like her gimmick. I don't like her gimmick. I like Kairi Sane. She's amazing. She's very pretty and nice. But here's the realization. She'll go at the rate that she's gonna go at. She'll probably be better than most people. And nobody ever thinks about that. Raw is a different time. Raw is a bloody time. It's a real time. It's nothing new. It's a level that nobody thinks is gonna get up there. And that's the real truth. There is an ending to everything. But like I said, same thing with the Undisputed Era going on Not Sam Wrestling. I like them. I like how they want to keep getting better and better, and that's why that's why I like wrestling, because it's all about getting better. It's never about staying at the level you're at. It's always about getting better, reaching the top of the building at the end of the road. And this is the point I'm trying to say. Everybody, like I said, guys, Raw was good tonight. Bobby Lashley will probably get a shot sooner or later. Leo Rush will probably realize and dump him, or leave or walk away. But I still don't understand what's up with John Cena's hairstyle. I don't like his hairstyle. I don't like it. Because he looks like, I swear to God, he just looks like a sportscaster trying to go in, or a color commentator for somebody from ESPN or something. I swear to God, that dude has a weird haircut. That is the worst haircut I've ever seen on him. And I didn't like it. You know, the Delta Bellas thing about Nikki leaving John wasn't the biggest thing to me, because I'm like, you know what? He was going to marry you, and the joke is you kind of pissed on him and you kind of just left him because you want to be single and you're like, I want to do this. You wanted to be a mom, then you want to be single. Really, you can't be both. You know what I mean? I realized that. Here's what I realized, right? Everybody has a road to go to. Everybody has a road to take. And that's why I kept bringing references. Like, remember when, let me use a good reference, like a current reference. Remember when, like, Samoa Joe tried to fight Brock? And the thing was, he used tactics that you would normally use, but Braun doesn't use that type of tactic. And that's why I think him being on SmackDown is fine, but the mind games with him, it's a different ball game. Like, Joe's a great wrestler, and I've seen him on TNA and all these other places, but in my mind, I see him being a champion, but just not WWE champion yet, because it's not his time. Like, he's got to get there, and I don't know. And this is the thing I don't understand with, like, Chris Jericho, too, because I've seen New Japan, and I got to see it. And New Japan is a little bit of an animal, too. But the thing is, nowadays, people don't realize we've done it all, and that's the thing right now. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy that things are changing, but to a point, I think that Braun Strowman is going to win. I think he's going to do better than Brock. But anyway, guys, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Keep viewing the videos. We are at 17 views. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you. Please, thank you. Peace.